Hey everyone, so I'm in the process of starting an extensive detail on my Viper. I'll be doing over the next couple of weeks probably. I'm going to break it down into 4 different sections. I'm working on the interior now, as you can see. I'll also be doing the engine compartment, the underbody, and the wheels and wheel wells. The only thing I might not tackle myself is the exterior. I'm probably going to have that professionally machine polished with professional paint correction. I had video of before I started. Unfortunately, I lost it. So I'm about halfway done here. Obviously, I removed the seats. If you have a Viper and you're looking to do some pretty extensive detailing on it, I recommend taking the seats out. It's only held in by 4 13mm bolts. They're real easy to take out. They come out pretty easy. The seats aren't hard to get out. It takes only a couple minutes to take them out. But I have the seats in the garage. I'll go over what I did to them. First thing I'd recommend doing, if you're going to do an extensive detail, you have a compressor. Blow everything out, get the dust out, the stuff out of the vents, all that kind of stuff that's very difficult to reach, that you vacuum can't get to. That's usually the first route I went. Get the dust out of all the corners and the places the vacuum won't get, the vents, all the little crevices. Just be careful with the pressure. Just keep your distance at first and then see how close you can safely get. I also have a vacuum that I use just for doing cars. I don't use my regular shop vac. It gets a little dirty. So this thing usually works pretty good. It's small, it's compact, it pretty much goes anywhere. It's got a nice long hose. You can usually pick them up pretty cheap from either online. I got this from Home Depot. It's like $100. So it's a nice little car-only vacuum. You don't have to worry about contaminating it with dirt from a regular shop vac. Next thing, I shampooed the carpets. The carpets were not too dirty in here to begin with, so I only sprayed and scrubbed them. I didn't use any sort of machine. Home Depot, however, rents a carpet and upholstery extractor, similar to the large ones you see, but it's basically just a handheld compact one. I did the carpets with McKee's carpet and upholstery cleaner. It works real well, low foaming, no odor. So, and I just used a standard upholstery brush I got from a detailing kit from AutoGeek. Work really well. Even if the carpets aren't dirty, it's a good idea to do. It really wakes the fibers up, makes them feel a lot softer. So they came out pretty good. Overall, they weren't really that bad to begin with. And then I did the whole interior with it. So it's vacuumed. I blew all the dust out, did all the interior stuff. And so far, it's coming along pretty well. The car really wasn't that bad to begin with, but the leather, however, leather was a little bit dirty. Contrary to popular belief, you do not want shiny leather. Shiny leather means it's dirty. So I used the Leatherique detailing kit. I followed the instructions as normal. Unfortunately, I don't have shots of before I did the seats, but they came out very, very good. They weren't that bad to begin with, but if you can see up close, the leather has that nice satin finish, just like leather is supposed to have. Leather is not supposed to be shiny in any way. That means that there's sweat and oil and dirt on there when it gets like that. So that is not the color. This is the correct color of leather. A nice matte finish that has no dirt on it. And the system worked just as intended to, just as advertised. I did 3 coats, waiting 24 hours between the coats. And then I did the pristine clean, which basically removes the rejuvenator. And followed the proper procedures, just wiped it down with warm water to get everything off after I sprayed the cleaner on it. And overall, the seats came out to be really, really good. So, as far as the rest of the car, Aerospace 303 I'll be using on the weather stripping. I also use the Nexit series of products. This is their glass cleaner. This stuff works very, very well. This is probably the best glass cleaner I've ever used. It's better than any stuff you're going to buy in any store. It leaves no streaking. You don't have to go back and wipe it down, and it works extremely well. This is a cleaner. You don't really need to use this in the whole car, just the spots that might have heavier dirt deposits where you put your hands, grab handles, the releases for the doors, the corners of the steering wheel, stuff that just tends to get more dirt buildup. Does a good job scrubbing it off. Very powerful. And then Cockpit Premium, this stuff's pretty popular. It's a nice, clean satin finish it leaves. It will clean a little bit, but not as good as the other stuff does. So, but it's definitely a good way to protect the car. It leaves the matte finish, unlike Armor All, that's really shiny. That's nice and flat. So this is pretty much all the products I'm using. I'm about halfway done with the car. I'll do some shots of the car once it's done. Okay, it's the following day and the Viper is done, interior at least. Took probably about a total 5-6 hours, not including the 3 days I had to condition the seats for. But overall, the results came out pretty good. It was overall real clean to begin with. It just needed a light dusting, and wiping everything down kind of made it shine a little bit. By far the biggest difference is the seats. The leather is noticeably softer and it feels a little bit more plush, so that was definitely well worth the wait. They came out really good. I did the steering wheel, the shift knob, and the parking brake boot as well, so all that leather came out a lot nicer too. It's really soft. As you can see, the inside is it's pretty clean. I mean, there's not a ton to clean in here. It didn't take that long, but overall it looks really good. The carpet fibers are much softer, and the car overall is it's pretty good. So definitely something anybody can do. It's pretty feasible. I would recommend doing this if you have a Viper. It just makes the interior look a lot better. So I'll be doing a few more videos and going over them as I do the other aspects of the car. Thanks.